Hello, welcome to the Earth Star Tribrid channel. This is your host. This is your host, the Earth Star Tribrid. Cheese and crackers are already getting some throat chakra blockages. So, Rob Reiner came through again. I asked if it was Kate and Black because there's two main people that I've been normally channeling, and that's one Kate and Black for sure, and the other one is Charlie Kirk. Obviously, I've been doing some on him, but Rob Reiner wanted to come through again. And I believe this is more of a clarification of what I was doing yesterday, because once I started getting into the description of the person who did it, I was getting major interference. Because when I started getting the face shape and it said rectangular, his son has a rectangular face shape. And then I asked, I'm like, that's when, if you noticed, when I started asking him if I speak to the All High Almighty, it said no. If I'm speaking to Jesus Christ, it said no. Around that time is when I started getting major interference, and I had to verify exactly who I was talking to. And that right there will tell you there is a difference between when I'm talking to the All High Almighty, Jesus Christ, and when I'm talking to the dark energy entities that come through, or try to come through anyway. But once I cleanse, pray again, and especially when I cleanse my pendulum here, it started to come out the way it was supposed to. But I had to keep checking every single time. Now, am I speaking to the All High Almighty? Am I speaking with Jesus Christ? Am I speaking with Rob Reiner? Am I speaking with anyone else other than the three of you? No, just you three. Okay. Other than self-sacrifice, like if you sacrifice your life for the life of somebody else, if you are murdered in cold blood without just cause for your murder, do you also get a free pass
from a stroke,
to heaven?
injury, or illness at
Do you have to go through the processes to get in? No, because your life was taken before its time.
And ours. Because there's nothing like the joy.
Of course, I get commercials as soon as I start getting into it. All right. Is this read about your death? Do we have to go back over anything that I went through in the first time? No. Was it all correct? Yes. When I started getting to the description of who your killer was I getting heavy interference from dark energies, dark entities? Yes. Now remember, sway is yes. Now show me no, please. That is no. All right. So yes and no, please. Circular motions are no. Okay, so is this more of a confirmation from the read of yesterday? Or last night, I should say. Yeah. And what I find hilarious is that sometimes when I'm doing reads and I post them and it's that late at night, sometimes it takes literally all night into the next day for it to post. But when I did his and it was like that long and it was that late at night, it went through within like 20 minutes. I'm like what the hell is that? You know what I mean? I'm like, what is that all about? My single cup of cola. I'm supposed to just keep drinking water the rest of the day. Once I'm done with that, it's just be water the rest of the day. Alright, so are we doing confirmations on your read from yesterday? Yes. Are we doing anything else other than the confirmations of the read from yesterday? No. Okay. So, what can you tell me about who murdered you? What can you tell me about who murdered you? One, 3, 5, 6, 6. Rod and boots, tie, rod, dust, boot, tie, rod, ends. Tying up loose ends. Tying up loose ends. Okay. Did your son murder you? Was it somebody you know? The person who murdered you, did you know them personally? No. Were they a family friend? Yes. Was it a family friend of yours? No. It was a family friend of the person who set you up? Yes. Okay. So it's a family, and this family, the person that you know that did this, did you know them for many years? Decades? Less than a decade? More than a decade? Yeah. Was this somebody who is also in the film industry? Yeah. All right. So how many people set you up? One, two, three, two people. Okay. Male or female? First person. Male, female. Second person. Male, female. So it was a man and a woman that set you up. Did it have to do with okay, so what was the motive? What was the motive? So right now we're just tying up any loose ends that we have regarding the read from yesterday. What was the motive for murdering you? Again, we're getting three. There's three people. There's three people involved. What was the motive? Charts? Recreational, commercial. Was your murder politically related? No. Entertainment related. Yeah, it was entertainment related. So somebody in the entertainment industry. Social Security trust funds. Was it your son who killed you? Any of your children murder you? Was it any of their children that murdered you? Any of their children? Yes or no, please? No. So the two people who set you up, was it a family? Okay, so they would be considered, the two people who set you up, were they considered family friends? Okay. Now, tell me about the people who set you up. What can you tell me about the people who set you up? Long-term finance. Okay, so it's something financial. Long-term financial condition of the Social Security trust funds. There's something about that. And I get trust funds are supposed to be with kids, but there's something about it. Because he keeps telling me, no, it wasn't my kid. It wasn't his son. Got Mercury, Leo, Taurus. Taurus rules second house, and that's finances again. Is that North Node? South Node. South Node. And Mercury rules communication too. Okay. Do you need me to pull out any more letters? Yes. Questionable. We got Chiron again. We also got Virgo again. We got Virgo yesterday too. We got the number 4. What was that? It's mutable. Is that supposed to be something else? No, mutable. Do you need me to pull out any more letters? No. Okay, so this is what he can tell me about the people who set him up. Him and his wife, basically. Something to do with finances, something to do with the entertainment industry. He keeps saying it wasn't my son. He still is saying it. Was it the son that was arrested? No. Was it any of your children? Yes or no? No. Was it somebody else's child? Yes. It was somebody else's child. Is the second son that was arrested your child? Yes. Was it your biological child? Yes. Okay, so the person who murdered you was somebody's child, but not yours. Was it somebody else's child? No. Okay, alright, so hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, I gotta get my head clear on this real quick because this is getting a little wonky. Because he keeps saying, every time I ask him, is it your child? He says no, every single time. Three people involved. Two set it up. One committed the murder. Okay. Now, the two people who set it up, were they considered family, friends of yours? Yes. Are they also to be frenemies? Yes. Did you know they were frenemies when you were alive? No, but you know that now. Yes. Okay. So we're getting, this is confirmations from yesterday. So set up. All right. 1, 2. Now 1A. Family, friends. Slash frenemies, because we were getting frenemies yesterday. Now, we're going to get into the second one here. The one that committed the murder, was this a child of the family friends? No. Was this a child of yours? No. Was this a child of yours? No. Was it a child of theirs? No. Was it somebody that you knew personally? Was it somebody who you knew? The person who committed the murder, was it somebody you knew? Yes. Was this somebody that the family friends knew? Yes. Is this somebody who's also in financial difficulties? Yes. Okay. Was the person who committed the murder a friend of your child's? Specifically the one that was arrested? Yeah. Okay. Did any of your children set you up to be murdered? No. Okay, so this person, okay. So from what I understand, that his child, like I said, I don't know who the hell this person was. People at my job that I've given readings to and or know what I do on my channel were like, you need to look into this. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm looking into it. Now, when I looked up exactly who this person is, oh, that's so funny. There's a South Park character of him. I love South Park. These people just suck so hard, you know? Cartman. Cartman's wild. Okay, so the fact that he has substance abuse and mental health services, yeah, mental health issues. Okay. So this person that's a friend of your child's, which is specifically Nick Reiner's friend? Nick Reiner's friend, okay. Does he have mental issues as well? Yes. Does he have mental issues as well? Yes. Does he have substance abuse issues as well? Yeah, okay. So he too has mental issues and substance abuse issues. So this is about the people who set him up. I'm getting stocks. I also got stocks, or maybe somebody who's stocky. Pay I'm trying to look at something here. I'm looking at somebody who's stalking. Are we getting stocky or stocks? Stocks. Okay, so this is more stocks. Pay. I don't have an R out here. Oh yeah, I do. I don't have another N. No, but we got pay, stocks, trust, sales. Was it Michael who set you up? Was it somebody else who set you up? No. Does his wife know about it? Yeah. Sales. We got frame. Sun. I remember we got scapegoat yesterday. I think we got it again. It came out again. My son is scapegoat. There's a Frank out here. Guest. We don't have another E. We can't spell the whole thing out, but we got Chris, guest. We had Michael. We got guest. McKean. We do have that. I'm sorry, gotta put a McKean. Guest McKean. Do we have Shearer on here? So that has something to do with their last movie. So it's coming out. It's getting to the point. Shearer. So we got somebody in their soft mode. Does Christopher Guest know about the setup? Yeah. Did he help set it up? No, but he knows about the setup. Yeah. Does Harry Shearer know about the setup? No, but he knows what's going on. Obviously, everybody does. So, who set you up? Was it Michael McKean? Was it Christopher Guest? Was it Harry Shearer? No. Did Christopher know about the setup? Yes. Did he help set it up? No, he did not. So 3 people involved, 2 people set it up, but there was one person who committed the murder, and it was a friend of Reiner's children, specifically the one who was arrested, which was Nick. I don't have a D. Okay. Are there any more messages within the letters? No. Do you want me to read the symbols? Yes. Okay, so that's it for that. I mean, like, what's crazy is that last night when I posted, you see I have these little things right here I hit, right? So this one is Gabriel, this one is Michael, this one is Raphael. At one point when I was putting everything back into the box, I noticed that the middle one was gone. And when I looked in the box and picked it up, whoop, it said Michael. Okay? Protect us day and night with courage, strength, and might. Not Michael. This Michael didn't do that. Alright, so here we have 3 zodiac signs. Virgo, Leo, and Taurus. We have 2 planets. South Node, Mercury, Chiron. And then we also have 4th house. Alright, so Virgo and Mercury signifies a highly analytical, detail-oriented, and practical mind, as Mercury rules Virgo, enhancing its natural traits of communication, logic, and information processing, leading to meticulous problem-solving, efficient organization, and a focus on health, wellness, and service, though it can also bring overthinking, perfectionism, and excessive criticism. Okay. Virgo and Chiron. A core wound related to perfectionism, feeling inadequate, health issues, or being overly critical, feeling useless, leading to a deep need to serve and fix things, but often turning inward as self-criticism or obsession with flawlessness. The healing path involves embracing imperfection, practical self-care, finding humble usefulness, and developing passionate, meticulous service to others without self-neglect, transforming the wounded healer into an expert in holistic wellness. Okay, and then 4th house signifies a deep need for order, perfection, and service within the home and family, often leading to a childhood where things left incomplete or needed fixing, a focus on practical caretaking, and a desire to create a meticulously organized, healthy, and functional emotional sanctuary though it can manifest as anxiety about home life or overly critical family dynamics. Your roots are tied to analysis, detailed routines, and health, making your sense of security dependent on having everything just right at your foundation. Okay, and Virgo, South Node. Now keep in mind, this is about the people who set them up. Signifies past life mastery and comfort in meticulous service, analysis, and perfectionism, but can lead to being overly critical, nitpicky, or stuck in routine. The soul's path is towards the soul's path, which is North Node, is towards compassion, faith, surrender, and spiritual connection, which is like so like if your South Node is a Virgo, then your North Node would be Pisces, right? So that would be a Pisces North Node, but we're in the South Node. So this urges a release from earthly limitations and embracing imperfection for growth. It's about balancing helpful practical skills with divine trust, moving from doing everything perfectly to being with divine flow. Okay, so the karmic lesson with South Node. To use your incredible Virgo skills, analysis, healing, and service as your foundation for your Pisces spiritual journey, not as it. Okay, but we're talking about, Virgo and South Node. Yeah, South Node and Virgo. Maybe that will give me something a little bit more about what the South signifies. Okay, there we go. South Node in Virgo signifies past life mastery or comfort with perfectionism, analysis, service, and details, leading to ingrained patterns of nitpicking, self-criticism, or overfunctioning, with the evolutionary path focusing on releasing these tendencies to embrace the spiritual, intuitive, and collective focus. Learning to trust divine timing, surrender control, and connect with universal compassion rather than just earthly perfection. They wanted some type of control, is what I'm getting. They wanted some type of control, whether finances, sales, because it has something to do. I don't know if it actually had something to do with the movie itself, but when I asked, like, did it have something to do with that movie, and those people popped up, and the fact that Michael, my thingy, got just swiped into the box, and I didn't even realize it until I'm like, hey, where did it go? And I looked for it, and quite frankly, that's hilarious. Frankly, I don't see that as coincidence. Okay, so two people set it up, and that's family friends slash frenemies. He didn't understand that they were frenemies until now that he's in the afterlife. Two, okay, 2A, which is the one who committed the murder, is not related to either, but is known by both and has financial difficulties. It seems to be a friend of Reiner's children, and specifically the one who was arrested and has mental issues and substance abuse. So they dibble dabble in that type of stuff. Okay, so Leo, South Node in Leo. Yep. Signifies past life mastery over themes like ego, self-importance, drama, and being the center of attention, creating a comfort zone of pride and performance. In this life, the soul is meant to move away from these familiar Leo patterns towards the growth of Aquarius, which is the North Node of Leo. Learning collaboration, humility, detachment, and serving the greater good instead of just the self. Yeah, so they wanted control. They wanted something for themselves. Okay. So Leo and Mercury. Communication that is bold, dramatic, creative, and full of personality, where individuals speak with warmth, confidence, and a desire to shine and lead. Yeah. Often expressing ideas with theatrical flair and passion, seeking attention for their authentic self, though sometimes leading to stubbornness or melodramatic expression. This placement emphasizes powerful, joyful self-expression and courageous sharing of unique ideas, turning everyday communication into performance. I wouldn't be surprised if the person that we're speaking of right now does something to make them seem like, to make it about themselves in some way. So like say if this person goes on, some type of talk show, or, he's a comedian, maybe he talks about it somewhere there. He's going to talk about it somewhere and he's going to make it somehow about himself. He's going to use this as a way to make it about himself, and he's going to get some type of money out of this, and I'm guessing it's about the movie. Because that was the last movie that they did. When I go into film, was released in the United States on September 12th, 2025 by Sony Pictures, releasing that through those stage 6 films. Features, plot, okay. Reception. Reviews are positive. The website consists reads getting the band back together. Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay, so yeah, we're on the right track here because, so this morning, my TV started playing the movie Red. If you've never seen Red, Bruce Willis is in it, and they're like retired. Red stands for retired, extremely dangerous. Okay, and Morgan Freeman's character in there says, "Hey, we're getting the band back together." I mean, the signs and synchronicities are there, my guy. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, the M continues, had grossed at least $3 million at the domestic market and around $1 million internationally, making $4 million worldwide. During its first weekend, it film grossed $1.6 million at the box office. It's about... Okay, so going back to this... We're looking at funds, we're looking at financial reasons, recreational and commercial. It's, yeah. Okay, and then Leo and Chiron. Season 5 is a core wound around self-worth, visibility, and creative expression. And the fact that, where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Okay, so film. We're going to go back to this movie. Okay, so he was the director, producer, and writer, Rob Reiner. Okay, when we go to that, and then we go to Michael Keane, what was he in this movie? He was a co-writer in the movie. And like actor, co-writer. Okay, and then So Michael Keane was a writer and co-writer and actor in the movie. Yes, no. Actor, screenwriter. He wanted more money. He wanted more money. Okay, so then... So it looks like Frank Shearer didn't really care much for, he just, not Frank, Harry Shearer. Did Harry Shearer care about the money? No, he was just happy to be working with his friends again. Yeah. Did Michael McKean care about the money? Was he mad that he wasn't making as much? Yes. Was Christopher Guest mad that he wasn't making as much? Yes. Did Christopher Guest help in the setup of the murders? No. Did he know about the setup? Yeah. Did Harry Shearer have any idea what was going on? No. Oh, Lord. Do I need to give out any more information within the letters or symbols? No. Do you want me to roll the dice again? Yes. All right. Okay. My incense is about to go out. I'm gonna make sure got more incense going. Helps keep the channel going. Okay. What would you like to tell me about Michael Keane's involvement? What would you like to tell me about Michael McKean's involvement? 1, 3, 4, 5, 5. Okay, so when the numbers come up, most commonly refers to the zip code for Sangerfield, New York, located in Oneida County. However, it can also be a part number. He played a part. He played a part in this whole little number, such as a belt tensioner. He tightened the belt, okay. A discontinued fluorescent lamp holder. Oh, like a placeholder. He felt like a placeholder. Okay, placeholder. A significant zero in the decimal representation of a number. So he felt insignificant. He wanted to be center attention. An element of a sentence that is required syntactic constraints, but carries little or no semantic information. Yeah. Yeah, so he felt like a placeholder, which in business means a temporary stand-in for final content, people, or data used for planning, structure, or to reserve a spot until the real element is available. Yeah, it allows projects and systems to function or be structured without complete information, preventing gaps in facility workflow. That's how he was feeling, and he wanted to feel more important. That's where that Leo stuff comes in. Okay, what else you got? An odd composite number. It is composed of 4 distinct prime numbers multiplied together. Okay. He wanted more money. That's what it was. It has something to do with money and finances. Because, like, I'm guessing if he's no longer in the picture, the money that he was making goes between. Because, like, when you're in business with somebody, right? You're in business and you have an idea. Depending on your roles in each of that thing, each one gets a certain percentage. And you got 4 people here. So here's the idea, which is the movie. Rob Reiner was the one that, put it all together. Harry Shearer was just happy to be there, and these two wanted more. So I wouldn't be surprised if Christopher Guest also gets something for keeping his mouth shut. Because he apparently knew about it, but Michael McKean carried it out. And apparently him and his wife were also in on it. His wife knew about it and helped him with it, I guess. Who made the call? Was Michael McKean that made the call? No. Was it his wife? Yeah, his wife made the call. Because if they look into the husband, he's the one that's more into it. She's kind of more of like, oh, I'm just a little old wife. I don't know nothing. I just do, I just go to country clubs and drink wine and margaritas and sit by the pool with my cabana boy. Like she playing dumb. She playing dumb. She don't know nothing. She acting like she don't know nothing. Guaranteed. Yeah, even the face she's making in this thing. When I type Annette O'Toole, when I clicked on her picture, she's looking like, oh my goodness, like that's literally the face that she's like, oh my, I know nothing. She played it. She played in It. Adult Beverly Marsh. That's why, no, that's not her. She played the adult Beverly Marsh. That's why I'm like, she looks a little familiar, but yeah, she played in It. I mean, she would be a good actress. She can play the part like, oh, I don't know. I know nothing. She could have yeah. Yeah. She made the call. So she made the call. The husband, like, if they were to look into the husband's phone records, they wouldn't think she had anything to do with it. You know what I mean? So and keep in mind too, when you're in marriages, you can't rat on the other husband. Like, the wife can't rat on the husband, and the husband can't rat on the wife. Like, it is what it is. They can't go against each other. I believe so. That's from what my understanding is. When you're getting to a marriage, like, they can't have the wife turn on the husband, I guess. Let me look that up real quick. Oh, that was confirmation. Okay. So, yes, in many jurisdictions, a wife can legally choose to roll, cooperate, and provide information or testimony on her husband during an investigation or trial, especially if she does so voluntarily. The concept that a spouse cannot testify against their partner is known as spousal privilege, but it has significant limitations and varies by jurisdiction. Okay, what is spousal testimonial privilege? This privilege generally allows a current spouse to refuse to testify at all against their partner in a criminal proceedings. Oh, the fact that it's saying Pennsylvania, because I'm in Pennsylvania, my God. So, who holds the privilege? In federal courts, a majority of states, including Pennsylvania, the fact I'm enjoying the confirmations here. This privilege belongs solely to the witness spouse, the wife, in this scenario. The defendant husband cannot prevent her from testifying if she willingly chooses to do so. In a minority of states, the defendant spouse can prevent the testimony even if the other spouse is willing. But the fact that she was like, I don't know if did he con her into doing it? No, they were both willing participants into this. Oh my God. They're not going to roll on each other. They're going to have to, yeah, they're going to have to do something about this because he keeps saying, no, my son did not do it. But they're using it. The fact that this keeps coming out with Pennsylvania, like there's just so many confirmations right now that's insane. And the fact that, like, when I noticed the movie Red was on my TV, it was literally on the part where Morgan Freeman was like, hey, we're getting the band back together. And the fact that I saw that in one of these, I forget which one it was, but when I was reading it, it literally came out that the band getting back together about the last movie that they all did together. So Christopher Guest did not take part in this, but he knows about it. Okay? And Michael McKean and his wife were in on the setup. And I want to say they hired one, because like he would know how to get in there. He would know how to get in there. And he would know the house. We're gonna look, hold on, where is her face in that picture, like, oh my goodness, I know nothing. What a tragedy. Like her face. I swear to God, dude, that's literally what I'm getting from looking at her face. Holy shit. Rob Reiner. Nick Reiner. We can't click on Nick Reiner? Hold on a second. You need to look into Nick Reiner's friends, especially ones that fix the description. Pause that for a second. I'm about to watch something real quick. Stupid advertisements. Hold on, guys. I'm just watching an advertisement right now. It's like, when he was arrested at the gas station, did he already know about the murders? Yeah. I'm not getting any sound. I don't see any. Oh, there it is.
And Tony, good morning to you. Nick Reiner is being held here at this jail in downtown Los Angeles without his wife, Michelle, and the arrest of their son, Nick. This is a family tragedy at this point. The newly released footage shows him in a gas station convenience store just hours after the killings. And minutes before he was taken into custody, he is now charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder in the deaths of his parents, just to say those words. Jonathan Vigliotti is in Los Angeles for us once again. He's been on the story for several days now. Jonathan, good morning.
And Tony, good morning to you. Nick Reiner is being held here at this jail in downtown Los Angeles without bail. He is undergoing what we are told are routine medical clearances. He could make his first appearance in court for a...
Okay. Did your son commit your murders? No. Did he know about the murders when he went to the gas station? No. As soon as he got arrested, he knew about the murders. Okay. Hold on a second. Where were you, Rob Reiner, where were you when you were murdered? Where? Full house, at house, full house, at home? Full house, he was at home. Where in your home? Where? Where in your home were you murdered? It's saying house. It just keeps saying house. Yeah, but where in the house? Oh, wow. 1, 2, 3, or 4 players. Was your son in on the plot of your murder? Any of your sons in on the plot with your murder? No. Does your son know who did it? No. Is he scared right now? Yeah. Is he maintaining his innocence? Is he making confessions about the murder? No, he's maintaining his innocence. The fact that I'm getting mini games for 1, 2, 3, or 4 players. So we got 3 people or 4, but the 4th person knows about it. He just didn't commit the murder or commit the planning of the murder. And he keeps saying house. But where in your house? Where? Do you want me to pull letters? Roll the dice again? No, pull letters. Where in your house were you murdered? You were at home when it happened, but where in your home did it happen? Where in your home did it happen? Do you need me to pull any more letters? No. Dude. Asleep? Who was killed first? You? Your wife. You were killed first. Okay, remember last night I got ZZZ and I was getting sleep with that. He was asleep when this happened. So he was murdered first and then his wife. Libra in the 10th house in astrology signifies a career path focused on balance, justice, partnership, and beauty, leading to public roles in law, PR, art, counseling, and diplomacy, where diplomacy, fairness, and teamwork build reputation and achieve high status, emphasizing collaboration and making a graceful, influential mark. So he was asleep. Libra North Node. A life path focused on developing relationships, diplomacy, balance, and cooperation, moving away from past life tendencies of pure independence towards partnership, fairness, and understanding others' perspectives to find true fulfillment and purpose. This placement encourages growth, connection, compromise, and harmony, teaching lessons and mutual respect.
Built for reliability. Designed to be versatile.
Also following breaking news tonight, this time of the deaths of Michelle and Rob Reiner. Their son officially has been charged now with their murders. 6 charges in all, including first-degree murder. And that breaking news tonight, we just obtained new video from a gas station where Nick Reiner is spotted buying a drink right before he was arrested. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Carlo has the new video as the arrest also happened.
It may look cinematic as new video shows police
That's nighttime.
their suspect, but this was far from a Hollywood ending. The person in handcuffs, now formally accused of stabbing to death film giant Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle, their own son.
Today I'm here to announce that our office will be filing charges against...
What time was Nick Reiner arrested? 9:15 p.m. So he was arrested at night. And keep in mind, like we're in the time of year where it gets darker earlier. So they probably went home, went to bed. Okay. What was your son doing during the time of your murder? What was he doing? What was he doing? I'm getting 2 watches. Invicta. What was that? looks like he had a guest house. What was he doing? True workhorse. I'm getting driving. What was Nick Reiner doing at the time of your murder? What was he doing? What was he doing? What was your son, Nick Reiner, doing at the time of your murder? What was he doing? Do I need to pull more letters? Yes. So, because I'm getting TV. T. T. Because the fact that he was just nonchalantly just going to buy something to drink. scrolling. TV scrolling. You know how like you doom scroll? Or rolling? But I'm getting more scrolling, like watching. I was getting more like watching TV, scrolling. Your hidden, rebellious, and untamed self, expressing themes of freedom, truth-seeking beliefs, and adventure, often clashing with societal norms about dogma, judgment, or being too much. Manifesting as a deep need for liberation from restrictive ideas, a raw search for meaning, and a refusal to be bound by conventional morals and limitations often expressed through blunt honesty and spiritual rebellion. Again, I'm just going to ask again. Did Nick Reiner kill you? Did he murder you and your wife? No. Did one of his friends did? Yes. Does he know that? No. Was he paid to? Yes. Was he paid prior to it? Yes.
That feeling when you want to buy a new ride and
It keeps telling me that no, his son didn't do it. I just burped. That was a confirmation. And Uranus. Generational theme of revolutionary expansion and beliefs, travel, driving. Driving to go eat, scrolling. He was. I don't think he was really home. If he was, like, if you're in that big of, this is why it freaks me out to be in such a big house. There's very little people in it. Because you can get murdered on one side of the house and nobody know or hear what's going on, especially if that got TV up and they're, especially if you got into an argument, the last thing you want to do is see each other and you just separate. Just because they got into an argument doesn't mean he's like, oh, now I'm going to go murder my dad. He wouldn't be getting anything out of it anyways. Like, the person who was to inherit Reiner's fortune. Film Rob Maker's fortune was expected to go to his 4 children, Nick, Jake, Romy, and adopted daughter Tracy Reiner, but California Slayer statute may disinherit Nick, who is charged with murdering Rob and his wife, Michelle, potentially redistributing his share to the other 3 siblings if convicted. The estate specifics depend on any hidden trust, but legally Nick would lose inherited rights under the statute. Because he didn't look like he was doing anything. He went to go buy a drink. Are there any TV, like, surveillance footages at the house? No. Did they have any type of surveillance footages at the house? No. Did Nick Reiner know what was going on inside the house during the time of the murder? No. Did the adoptive daughter have anything? Did any of these children have anything to do with your murders? No. Am I speaking to the All High, Almighty? Am I speaking with Jesus Christ? Am I speaking with anyone else other than Jesus Christ, All High, and Rob Reiner? Now, it's my favorite color red. It's my favorite color green. It's my favorite color blue. It's my favorite animal, the whale. Dog. Wolf. Cheetah. It's my favorite flower, rose. Daisies. Lilies. Yeah. Okay, so I'm connected. So I feel like Nick was feeling like he was being bullied by his dad for being like different, I guess, or being too much. Like I said, being too much, and he just wanted space. So maybe he just went to his room, or went for a drive. Do I have enough out here? He went for a drive to get clear his head. He felt like he was getting bullied, and he just needed space. It doesn't seem like he wanted to do that. Like he's probably like really scared right now because yeah, he was the only person in the house. Yeah, he's scared. Did Nick invite anybody to the house? No. Was he a scapegoat? Yeah. See, I really thought like when I started doing it, I had to remain unbiased about this whole thing. So when I started this, I had no idea what was going on, and I was getting like everybody was saying that his son did it, and with the fact that he was the only person else there in the house, would obviously seem like he would be the one. I was just like, did he do it? Like I was even thinking that he did it, even though I had to remain unbiased about the situation, and it kept saying no. Every single time, it kept saying no. How did the person who murdered you get into the house? How did the person get into the house? How did he get in? How did he get into your house to murder you? Oh, shit. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. We got house, parts. Code. Was there a code to get into the house? Did he know the code? Yeah, he knew the code. There was a code to get into the house. If there's some type of code, whether it's to get into the garage or get into the house specifically, he knew the code. Because I'm getting code, the zip code. I'm getting a lot of codes, and then the house came up over here. Restrict. Postal code. I'm getting a lot of code is coming out to me a lot. So there must have been some type of code to get into the house, whether it's the house itself or the garage. If he knew the code, he could have got in so easily. Without breaking and entering. Boop, 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 boop. Went in. How did your killer get into the house? How did he get into the house? Pisces, Aquarius. It's code. Oh my goodness. New code. He knew the code. We got PM, which is nighttime. When I'm getting civil, I'm getting like civil twilight. Oh my god. Pennsylvania's coming out again. Okay. Yeah, we're on the. Okay. Civil twilight. And they said this is hours after the murder. So this was done during civil twilight. So the early morning hours. So civil twilight. So if you read what civil twilight is before you guys come after me, okay? Okay. If you read what civil twilight is, when the sun is 0 to 6 degrees below the horizon, allowing normal outdoor activities, occurs for shorter durations at mid-latitudes, but can disappear entirely for 24 hours in polar regions, creating the polar night, where any dimmer nautical or astronomical twilight exists. Okay, so silver, that's in winter. Civil twilight. Okay. The civil twilight is the brightest phase of twilight occurring after sunset or before sunrise, when the sun is between the horizon and 6 degrees below it, providing enough natural light for ordinary outdoor activities without artificial illumination. And oh my god, hold on. When I typed in the number 13345, no, it wasn't that one. Hold on. When I typed in the number 12456. Was it this one? When I typed in the number 23345, okay, 23345, I got Nora Lighting, okay. Where's it at? Nora Lighting, Lumineers. So it was still light outside. There was a little bit of light outside. We got civil twilight. He knew the code to get in. But we also got PM and AM. There's sirens going off now. There are sirens going off now. And we got 3 out here, 3 signs: Taurus, Pisces, and Aquarius. They knew the code. You need to look closely into Nick Reiner's friends. Was Nick Reiner still close to this friend that committed the murders and was paid to do the murders? Oh my gosh, we got paid out here. Did any of the children have any involvement in your murders? That is a big ass no. Any of your children, adopted or anything like that, any of your children? No. So this person was paid to come in. He knew the code, and it was done during the civil twilight hours. You really need to look into Nick's friends. Whoever Nick hung out with and was coming over to the house at any point in time, he knew the code to get in. Was this a childhood friend of Nick's? No. Was this a friend that he met in, like, what do you call those places? Rehab? Okay, hold on a second. What can you tell me about this kid, this guy who killed you? What can you tell me about him? What can you tell me about the guy that killed you? What can you tell me about him? Full house. We got a woman. There's two houses. This gene encodes a member of the super family. Is he also a celebrity's child? Was he a child of the people who set you up? No, but he is a child of a super family. Was he in financial difficulties? Yeah. I'm telling you, it keeps saying no, he had nothing to do with it. I came into this completely unbiased. Not knowing who this guy is, not knowing nothing about his family or the situation. We're getting psychoactive. This kid, okay, this person is a psycho. Okay. What can you tell me about the guy that murdered you? Tell me something about the guy that murdered you. Something that will help the police and the professionals who are handling this case, detectives, whoever. What can you tell me about the guy who murdered you? What to help the police? What can you give me to tell them to help you? Okay. I'm also seeing Paradise, Point Way, and Valley. I mean, did this happen in Los Angeles or something? Yeah, it happened in Los Angeles. So the Valley. Something about the Valley. Topanga! I love that movie or show. Topanga. So yeah, so we got something about the Valley, Paradise, or it could be in Pasadena. I'm gonna look at the map here. Hollywood, yep, it has something to do with that. Okay. has something to do with the valley. Okay, what else can you tell me about the guy who killed you? Something that will give them a definite, okay, we could definitely pinpoint this person. Not looking. Keep in mind, when I pull these, I am not looking. No, winter, Jupiter, Earth, compass, location. At the number 5. Do I need to pull out more letters? Yes. Let me just kind of organize this a little bit. It makes it easier for me to look at it. Candles are almost out. When my candles are out, we're going to end the read. I mean, he's very, very clear on the fact that it was not his son. None of his children did this. It's very clear. Numbers 5 and 11. Wait, is that an H or an I? That's H. You got an I. Create somebody who's creative, probably in the arts. Do you need me to pull more letters? Yes. Okay. So somebody who's obviously who did drugs. He met him at the rehab facility. Rehab. Do I have a B out here? No. Somebody in rehab. We got drugs. He probably still does them. What I'm getting with this, I'm getting more indie films. Indie films. Indie music, drugs. Somebody who's probably a sex addict. Has money issues. Drugs addiction, sex addiction, money issues, indie films, indie music. Jupiter and Gemini refers to an astrological transit happening now in late 2024 or 2025. This is late 2025, where the planet Jupiter moves through the zodiac sign Gemini, bringing themes of expanded communication, intellectual curiosity, information overload, and opportunities for growth through new ideas, learning, adaptability, and social connections, affecting how people explore knowledge and make choices for the next year or so. Can lead to information overload, scattered focus, indecision, and potential misinformation if not managed. He keeps saying that his son didn't do it. None of his children did it. I've asked over and over and over again, and it still comes out no. And like I said, I knew nothing about this guy, nothing about their family, or this click, 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 nothing just went pss, pss, pss. Like, that's obvious. So the fact that he's coming out and saying no, they didn't do it, this motherfucker did, basically. And the flexibility of Gemini and Jupiter promotes adaptability, movement, and viewing things from multiple perspectives according to the poetry. I don't care about that. Ideas encourages exploring many ideas, sometimes broadly rather than deeply, and embracing new ventures. Like they need to look more, expect more text, email, social media, and a general flood of information, making decisiveness key. They need to checks, emails, but phone call pattern. I'm telling you, look into the guys that Rob Reiner was looking into. This has something to do with money, but is not in this aspect. Not in the trust fund. Not in inheritances. Nothing like that. This has something to do with entertainment. And I said, "Is this in the entertainment industry?" And it said yes. And I asked if this is like political thing, and it said no. This has something to do with the people that Rob Reiner worked with. And they're using his son as a scapegoat to get away with the shit. Okay, Gemini in 5th house. A playful, communicative, and curious approach to self-expression, romance, creativity, and hobbies, bringing intellectual fun, variety, and childlike wonder to these areas, often expressed through writing, co-writers, talking, games, and diverse interests, with a love of witty banter, comedian, and romance, and creative projects, the movie that he just did, that involves stories or ideas. '11th house. Your social life, friendships, and future goals are characterized by communication, variety, intellectual connection, and a youthful, adaptable energy, making you great at networking, group projects, and humanitarian ideas, but needing to avoid scatteredness and superficial ties in your large, diverse social circles. Social circles. The people I'm telling you. You thrive in communities, enjoy diverse friends, and use your wit to connect people and ideas for collective progress, focusing on learning and sharing. They need to look into the people that Rob Reiner was working with, because this is fucked up to do to somebody, all because he has his own issues. Like it's like the black sheep of the family, the one that, the scapegoat. They use him as a scapegoat. He's the black sheep. Why not do this during the time that he has a falling out? Because this will literally, money issued. They paid this guy to do it. Money issued. He was paid to do this. And then we got Dial. Like somebody called him. And he knew the code to get in. Gemini and Lilith. Signifies a powerful, often rebellious expression of communication, intellect, and curiosity, highlighting a deep need for mental stimulation, witty banter, and intellectual freedom, but can manifest as scattered focus, gossip, or a hidden, darker side to duality. Representing the untamed primal female energy, Lilith, expressed through the sign of the twins, Gemini. As soon as these guys saw that they were having an argument at this party, that's what did it. That's what did it. They're like, we can literally use this. We can, because everybody saw the argument. They saw how it went down. Like, there's multiple witnesses into watching this. They're like, perfect. This is the perfect opportunity to get rid of this guy. Because now all those proceeds that we got from that movie can actually come to us now, not him. Is there anything more you want to reveal upon the outcome for your death? No. Are we done with the read? Yes. All right, guys. That's all we got for tonight. And the fact that Michael was here, and when I looked up his last film when it was in the entertainment industry, and sure enough, Michael McKean was one of those people. Y'all need to look into this motherfucker. Don't be so quick to judge others. You know what I mean? You really need to do your research before you start ruining people's lives and locking them up for life. Alright, y'all, that's all I got for you today. I'll most likely see you on the next one if anything else pops up for me to do a reading on. And yeah, like, share, and subscribe. Love y'all. Bye.